What? What was that? What are those voices? Where am I? I know this place. I've been here before. I've been here my entire life. I'm trapped in here. These stairs. I'm climbing these stairs again. I need to get out. The voices are calling me. My old music box. It's broken. I have to fix my old music box. I have to get it. I have to... Those horrible dreams again. I've had them repeatedly ever since my mother died and left me that music box in her will. Harry always said that old family heirloom had something to do with my family's strange disease. If the doctors won't give us an answer about your illness, I'll search for one myself, you said. And in that search, it seems you lost yourself. I don't think I'd ever...
Pardon me, madam, but the island is in sight. We'll be lowering the boat in just a minute.
Oh, thank you so much, Captain Hodgson. I'll be right out. All right, time to gather my things. I'd always dreamed of traveling. It was not the same without you, Harry. I'd always dreamed of traveling. It was not the same without you, Harry. The amazing adventures of Nora Everhart, art teacher. Cover up my hands before I leave the cabin. I wouldn't want anyone thinking I'm a circus freak. I received a mysterious package at my house. I stored all its contents in my locked suitcase. I received a mysterious package at my house. Oh my, I have the worst memory. I forgot the combination again. Thank goodness I always bring my journal with me to write things down. All right, now it's open. Harry Everhart. My husband, my partner, and my dear old pal. A brass key with the letters CW engraved on it, and some enigmatic instructions. Harry Everhart, my husband, my partner, and my... This strange and sharp relic came in the package I received at home. This strange and... I saw this island in one of my unsettling dreams. I drew it as soon as I woke up.
We're all set, madam. The motorboat is ready.
I think I've overpacked. Okay, Nora. From here on out, you're on your own.
Lower the motorboat and be careful with Mrs. Lower the motorboat and be... We'll be back to pick you up in 3 days. I really hope you find your husband there.
I hope it too. I'll see you in 3 days then.
But please be careful on that island. You know what the legends say about it.
I'll take care. Thank you, Captain Hodgson. A tent. So somebody was on this island. I feel quite good. I dare say I might even walk a little faster than usual. Those markings seem to represent the sea. I'll make a note of them in my journal. It might come in handy. It may look peaceful, but clearly somebody wants to keep outsiders off this island. From what I've read, the Polynesians... something's missing here. Something's missing here. Something's missing here. This box. CW. Those are the initials on the brass key. It opens it. So whoever sent me this key was here. This is starting to look like a scavenger hunt. A carving tool. A carving tool. Well, look what's hidden here. This may be the first time I trespass a private property. My childhood in Newburyport wasn't exactly the most thrilling thing.
Is that Harry? Harry, you were here!
You were here and I found you, damn it. Where are you now? Where is everybody? Where did you and all your crew go? Lady Shannon? That name sounds familiar. I'd better check my journal. It's been years since I took such a long walk. This fresh air is doing me wonders. What a beautiful mountainous landscape. I can feel the air is denser here in this mangrove swamp. Rays of sunlight shining through. Another symbol. Now that I've crossed half the world, I wouldn't mind crossing the other half. But I have to do it with you, old pal. This sort of pond is a Polynesian fishing technique. There's another symbol inside it. Oh my, this is so beautiful. What were these birds called? Lorikeets. Cole's lorikeets. This looks like cargo from an earlier voyage, long before Harry's expedition. There are lorikeet feathers scattered around this unu. I'll draw the symbol in my journal. A shortcut. That's convenient. Harry said that he would go to the end of the world to find a cure. And by the looks of it, he wasn't lying. We promised we'd never lie to each other from the moment we started dating, no matter how harsh the truth. This reminds me of those slot machines that Harry and I saw at the Atlantic City Pier. But a Polynesian version.
Well, I guess I hit the jackpot.
That's my ticket across the river then.
A motorboat. It's gone. And I had my luggage in it.
All my things gone. And the tide was so weak, it couldn't have carried the boat away. What happened here? I know it's just resonance, but I do love listening to the sea in them. Steady now. How long have I been walking? I've lost track of the time. Wow, what is this place? I'd better have a look around this abandoned village. Harry's crew might have stayed here. A tiki, like something straight out of an adventure novel. It's some sort of Polynesian coat of arms. Is that an octopus? these tikis be some sort of guardians? Looks like some of the crew members didn't get a forbidden ritual? Looks like some of the crew members didn't get along too well. A forbidden ritual? Fascinating. Fascinating.
Let me record it. So, you said you've been on this island before?
Yes. Some years ago.
Polynesian well.
I did it from my fishing boat to go to
Polynesian
what
man.
looked like a better spot. Less than an hour. Had gone.
So now you believe in magic?
My ba'a. My canoe was
They're composed of 4 pieces. It's broken, but I might as well draw what I can see of it in my journal. This fella sounds pretty hot-headed. This fella sounds pretty hot-headed. Blowing an ancient hatch with dynamite sounds like a fool's errand. Ooh. Looks like some blowing an ancient hatch with... I've never cared much for games of chance. I'm not sure what to expect on this island, but I hope I won't regret not having a gun.
Who worries this much about their...
Nice comb. Very neat. Looks like... His real name was Costas? Oh, damn it. Someone on the expedition died. I never thought that this expedition would cause anybody's death. A farewell message from a friend. A farewell message from... What a delicate piece of craftsmanship. They used the emblem as a headstone for Roy's grave. This one resembles a shark. He seems confused, as if he was having a hard time. I hadn't been close to a grave since my mother's burial. Shortly after she died, my lovely Dalmatian spots, as Harry used to call them, appeared. With thought it was nothing at first. Oh, I must have found the luxury huts. Pretty swanky. I've seen Harry keep even restaurant checks for bookkeeping. He would never tear up a piece of valuable information. Got it. It's been whipped out of something else. The parts of the tiki on this column seem movable. A secret compartment. Considering how poorly Harry... That Frank seems to feel guilty for what he... Interesting. Considering how poorly Harry draws, more drawings. What kind of stone is this? I've never seen any substance quite like it. Wow, really old photo. The island is wearing a lot of tribal ornaments, but none of them seem Polynesian. This appears to be the shrine of a Polynesian chieftain. How is that possible? What fascinating technology. Oh my! Oh my goodness, what happened here? That black ooze again. skin alterations. Like the ones on my hands. Heavens. Heavens. Those spots look all too familiar. Is this a picture of my hand? Right. Whoever took this picture must have a really cool head. Erythrocyte. Ugh, I can't stand the smell of medical equipment. Reminds me of my illness. Is this stone structure a hatch of some sort? Well then, I'm going down. Come on, Nora. Deep breath. Is somebody whispering? Hello? Is anyone down here? This eye, is it calling to me? Another eye. I hear whispering. I hear it. I'd better draw it just in case. Oh, the whispering, it stopped. It depicts a ritual of some sort. What are they doing to their eyes? How old is this mural? It looks really ancient. You were close to something here, Harry. Let me see if I... Well, this... Maybe he... Well, that was easy. This should save some time. You put together quite an expedition, Harry. And all just for little old me. Jeepers! A stranded ship! Where did you get this strange device, Harry? Yes, I think I solved it. I wonder what I might be able to see with this lens. Jeepers, a stranded ship. It fits. What? What on earth? What is happening? My God. What was that I saw? What were those stars? I believe this symbol means humble gawker of glamorous indie games. Brilliant. I can press these star-shaped tiles. Right, looks like I solved it.
Great Scott! Oh, the well is filling up. That's black ooze. No. What's happening? What's happening? I'm feeling faint again.
What is this? Where am I? Am I dreaming again? This is different. It isn't my recurring dream. I can't stop walking. My legs aren't responding. Holy Moses, what is that creature on the horizon? Wait a moment, no! Ah! I can breathe. Underwater. I have to get back. I have to find... What is that? What kind of creature is this? I need to get a closer look. What happened?
To this beach. Oh, I have a terrible headache. Torn apart and cast so far up the beach. What on earth could have happened to him? I'm terrified. I've always been afraid of storms, but something, or someone, seems to be moving there on the reefs. Or is it just my imagination? The ship's hull was ripped open. A few jagged rocks couldn't have caused a gash of this size. This place gives me the creeps. I can't see any trace of the ship's crew, nor their remains. That voice... is that... Harry? No, just a recording. These knobs must control the vibrations inside this chain. Sweet Jesus, those screams. And what were those beasts that attacked them?
Unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition, 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition, 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition, 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart.
I'd better write down those numbers in my journal.
Miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted. Accounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart.
What exactly did I turn on? Last, some light. That should make things easier. Looks like they took items from the stranded ship. The menu is rather limited here. The menu is rather limited here. Menu is rather limited here. don't know if someone in the expedition was a cook, but I really hope they didn't rely on Harry for it. When he lived in the dormitory, he only ate out of tomato soup and corn cans. I've never seen anybody with such poor nourishment. Hey, this sailor is a dead ringer for my Grandpa Isaiah. Hey, this sailor is a dead ringer for my Grandpa Isaiah. Hey, this sailor is a... Oh my God. Look at his contorted face. Is this what's going to happen to me? My God. Those footprints definitely do not look human. This picture is taken from a distance. What is he doing? Floating rocks? This picture is... It's curious, but it's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around. What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though. I've never seen Harry so angry. I hope you didn't borrow this slide projector from the University of Denver, old pal. Well, that cartoon was unexpected and inexplicable. Captain Hodgson told me that knowing the lunar cycles is useful for better navigation at night. So Harry probably took this calendar from the Lady Shannon. Captain Hodgson told me that knowing the lunar cycles is useful for better navigation at night.
So, Harry probably took this calendar from the Lady Shannon. You always did have a good ear, Harry. How can someone build something like... These symbols are linked to the piano keys. What kind of doodad is this? It's well tuned. I expected no less from you, old pal. Workshop. So this is the reason the ship was scanned. What kind of machine will you build? Blowtorch. Harry isn't usually... When I get back home, I'm going to read up on engineering. I've been interested in knowing how things work since I was a child, but I always thought technology wasn't for me. What nonsense. This ornate structure certainly isn't natural, but not man-made either. This feels ominous. Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the tide. Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the tide.
My dear old pal, I think I'm getting closer to understanding what is happening to you, but it is taking a toll on my sanity. As fascinating as this island and its ancient and unfathomable wonders may seem, it's also a place plagued with misfortune and calamities. We lost Roy at the campsite. We almost lost our engineer on this beach. The doctor went mad and stabbed him with a strange knife. And all because of this island, Nora. Initially, we were optimistic and in high spirits, but now we've all become resentful and discouraged. Even I can feel how I am constantly assaulted by dark thoughts. Anyway, if what I am going through here helps me find you a cure, it'll have been worth it. I hope to find an answer in the temple on that mountain peak. Love you always, Harry.
He is worried, exhausted, disheartened. I will find you, my love. Wow. Let's see what the next one does. Harry must have gone. this island is dangerous. Maybe it's because I haven't spent as much time here as Harry did. Whew, that was quite a hike. I'm at the top of the mountain. I can see that giant diamond-shaped thing really close from here. Took me a while to get here, but the views are worth it. Built all this just with pieces from the beached ship. Frank sure must be a real whiz. These drops of rain are so refreshing. Feels really good. Are these figures singing like a choir? Are these figures singing like a choir? Heavens, looks like a rock slide crushed all the tents. All but one. There's a symbol inside. One, two, 1, 2, testing. Nope, doesn't work. So I guess you used the notes from the organ and they weren't the right ones. So I guess...
All right. Can you turn it on, Cass?
Please, sir.
So I guess you used the notes from the organ and they weren't the right ones. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. No power.
All right. Can you turn it on, Cass?
Please, sir. We should not do this.
Not now.
Haven't we had enough warning, Mr.
So I
Everhart?
guess you...
What else do we need? Another death?
Listen to me. Frank lost his life setting this whole thing up. So we're not going to discuss it anymore. We're going to activate it, period. That clear enough for you?
Kyle. Hey, Ma!
Fine. Same to you. Please, Cass, activate it.
There are some sort of sound devices built around this amphitheater. Did these stone columns just vibrate? Amazing! The hatches are opening! Now the wheel is moving. These levers connect those gears to direct the wheel's energy into the turbine. That was easy. These buttons seem to adjust the amount of energy that goes through the turbine. These buttons seem to adjust the amount of energy that goes through the turbine. That should give the turbine some energy. Great! I did it. Now everything should be powered. A Bible. It must have belonged to Frank. He thought it was a flesh wound. He thought it was a flesh wound. Oh no! Frank died. Oh, Frank had a daughter named Evangeline. I'm really sorry about Frank. Harry doesn't have many friends. When you finally do get to know him, he's so witty, so funny, a loving person. But it takes a lot for him to open up. They built loudspeakers on top of this tower. His low spirits are obvious in this photo. What was wrong with Frank? He looks so thin. His low spirits are obvious in this photo. Nakal? Nakal? Harry's convinced the answer to my illness. Oh, what? Did I do something wrong? Come on, work. Come on. Now what? What's happening this time? Where am I? can feel the fever rising. Oh God, no. My illness. Is it coming back? Was this an ocean? An ocean that dried up? My cane. No. I would rather die than use that damned thing again. The air is so dry. I need to find water. My bed. How many times did I think I was going to die lying in this bed? I'd better find some shade before I dry right up. The horseshoe-shaped pillar. And that diamond shape again. I can't take much more of this. I feel woozy. Is that a house? That's not a house. That's our house in Inglewood. Am I dreaming? Or am I just losing my mind? Harry? Are you home? I am definitely losing my mind. I don't understand what is happening, Harry. Are you... My mother's music box. Cousin Robert? But I don't have any cousin. Cousin Robert? What a sweet melody. What was that? Another vivid dream? And my music box again, but it wasn't broken anymore. And what a catchy tune.
I haven't sung since I got sick, but let's give it a shot. Was quite a show. This feels like hallowed ground. Are they bathing him in black ooze? His hands are changing, like in my dream. Look at those spots. They look like mine. Now he's some sort of man-fish? Fish of every size and shape. She sounds worried for him, I think. These patterns look too familiar. This looks like the same kind of... Where is this taking me? Looks like I'm inside the giant fish head that I saw from below. It's amazing how words and symbols can keep them. A complex pattern. A broken liquor bottle. Is this Harry's? He hates booze. Harry marked this symbol for a reason. I'd better write it down. I've seen this symbol in the murals several times. Well, this one was easy, I think. God's blood. God's blood. So that's how you mark the symbol's orientation. I'm starting to understand this language. This one was really hard to figure out. Well done, Harry. Boy, am I lucky that you did the hard...
My dear old pal... Nora. I wish I could write something else. But a long time ago, I promised you I would never lie to you. So here goes. There is no cure for your illness. What you carry in your blood is changing you. And it will keep changing you until it's done. Whatever that means. There is nothing we can do to stop it. My dear old pal. My partner. The love of my life. I am so sorry. I've made so many mistakes. All those deaths because of me. Frank, DeWitt, Roy. All for nothing. Maybe Teodoro is right. Maybe we can return to the beach and build a raft to get back to Papiete. Maybe in less than a month, I could be back.
There's no cure? But he didn't finish the letter. What did you do, Harry? Where are you? I know for sure that you didn't go back home, so what? What do I do now? Are you still on the island? I have to find you. This is the right combination. Those are drums of some sort. Wrong. Let's try again. can sing, but I'm awful when it comes to playing music. Nora, you idiot, just follow the sequence. Never ceases to amaze. Harry said it didn't work for him, so it shouldn't work for me either. Unless there's something different about my hand. Anyway, Nora, you know what you've got to do. My hands. Look at my hands. This is definitely not a dream. And I'm starting to doubt the others were dreams, too. I should be scared, but it's hard to explain what I feel, but it isn't fear. Not a bit. Another one of those gates, like the one I saw in the temple. I'm back to being me. It's hard for me to understand how these gates work. What happens every time I cross one of them? Another panel of this strange technology. What's it for? Something related to the currents?
The island is pierced by underground currents. That architecture again. Where is this gate going to lead me now? What a quiet and peculiar place. I wonder who used to live here. I understood that. Although they are the same style, these huts are much simpler than the magnificent architecture I've seen up to now. Whoever the inhabitants were, they were living here against their will. Someone vandalized this mural. Some hands look human, but others are amphibian hands. There are some hand marks made with pigments. I wonder if they mean something. I better draw them just in case. How can I explain what's happening to me? What is the meaning of all this? God's blood, transformation, eternal life. I feel like I'm going through what was written in that inscription. Black blood in eyes, like in the well. Is that black blood the same thing as the black ooze?
slaves and masters and... Nicole. Wasn't Nicole in the notes? Water animal. Is that what I am now? This civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level. It's impressive. This looks like an altar dedicated to two figures. I can hear them talking to me. Isn't this the tiara from... wait, I can't remember the name of my hometown. They rebelled against their masters. The slaves seemed to worship two gods. They rebelled against their masters. The slaves seemed to worship two gods. Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free. The sunken continent. Was that their punishment?
We know now. We all water animal. We live forever.
So these creatures are... immortal?
loneliness has kept me from being happy. What I feel now is the complete opposite of being sick. I feel full of life and energy, even better than before my illness. Now the water level is really low, so I can access that tunnel. These creatures lived like slaves. All their lives imprisoned and tortured in this place. Was it possible to live a decent life in here? If you've lived all your life in a prison, how would you know that you are a prisoner? Now I can enter this tunnel. This current is quite strong. I wonder where it will take me. That was quite a ride, but it's over now. that ladder. Someone set up camp in here. Looks like a means of transportation to get to that sanctuary. Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation, and the other means death? What is this? This... Oh my god! Did I almost forget? Somebody painted these symbols on... You followed the river from the temple summit. You followed the river from the temple summit. You followed the river from the temple summit. And it took you some days to find this entrance.
My dear old pal. It's only Cass and me now. I have much to thank her for, even if our friendship is worn thin due to hunger and fatigue. If she hadn't insisted so much, we'd never have convinced Tearoa. He guided us as we followed the river down from the mountain peak. And that's how we found this entrance. And the mural. Maybe I can't undo what's happening to you, Nora, but I think I can try to become like you. The original inhabitants of this island took slaves to a sanctuary, and there they performed a ritual. Teaharoa said the ritual was madness, and he didn't want any part of it. He and Cass argued, violently. When we woke up the next morning, he had left. I know it sounds strange, but you have to trust me, my love. I know this is going to work, and we can be together. You understand what that means, don't you, Nora? We have a second chance. With more love than ever, Harry.
Harry? What ritual are you talking about? Why on earth would you want to become like me? Please don't be a fool. So the guide left the expedition. That would explain the workshop on the white sand beach, where I arrived. Oh dear, poor people. A sanctuary, a sanctuary. This panel looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate. This must be my transportation to the sanctuary. It all makes sense. Nothing bad is going to happen to me here, as menacing as this place might look. The island, the ooze, those sea creatures. They're just defending themselves, like a wild animal against an unknown threat. That's how they perceived the expedition, like a threat. But I, on the other hand, I wasn't a threat. And I definitely wasn't unknown, was I? They seemed to recognize me, as if I was one of their own. Everything seems so distant now, as if I first stepped on that white beach thousands of years ago. A full moon? It can't be. Yesterday was a new moon. Did I lose track of time, or... Maybe this place isn't subject to the laws of physics. That's the only explanation I can find for this surreal night. It's hard to believe everything is real. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll open my eyes sometime and I'll be back in our home in Inglewood and everything will be as before. My perfectly ordinary life with Harry. My daily routines. My illness. That will be as before too. And then I'll need to shake off this strange feeling that I have now. Feeling that I don't really belong there anymore. And with there, I don't mean Englewood, or Boston, or Newburyport. I mean... How is it possible that the strange events of only 2 days on this island makes more sense to me than the life that I've been living for years? There it is. The sanctuary. So is this where you went, Harry? Was this your last stop? Another camp. Although it's little... Heavens. Heavens. This dagger... Was the blood of these... A library?
God. This syringe has traces of black ooze. What? Black ooze on a petri dish. Harry asleep in his tent. Oh my, she sounds completely out of her mind. A camera. Let's give it a try. Ouch! Oh! Ah! What was that? Looks like a tattoo, but it isn't. Those are my spots. They've moved. Oh, I really hope this works. Trail of blood. Someone was hurt. Oh my goodness. And the gun barrel is empty. Oh my goodness. And the gun... There's a bullet hole in here. This mural seems to describe a ritual involving blood. That dagger. If he's behind that door, I wonder which Harry I'll find. How much would be left of the man I love? And how much of the man who has lost his sanity in this place? Pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for? Constellations and stars. These people seem to worship otherworldly gods. Constellations and stars. These people seem to worship otherworldly gods. I wonder what this means. A shining constellation. I better draw it. Where is this door leading me? They carried these people here to test them. Like a challenge of some sort. Circular stones with strange carved symbols. These icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have on my hand. They took them to a throne room. That was the final step in the ritual. What an odd structure. Riddled with nooks and crannies and endless stairways. Maybe it only hurts the first time. Ah! The second also hurts. When I arrived on this island, I felt like I was trespassing. But now, I feel like this is where I belong. This place is like a labyrinth. They were submerged in black ichor. Harry seems to be on the brink of madness. But I don't feel the slightest hint of confusion. On the contrary, I feel my mind is more focused than ever. Oh, come on. One more time. Ow! That hurt! Again.
think I can feel the agony of the slaves, their suffering, and the effects of their transformation. It's horrifying. Black and white figures. Good doggies, or dragons, whatever you are. Again? Seriously? Ah. That's the creature I saw in my dreams. He's holding... All the doors are open, but where is the constellation I need to open the throne room? I can feel the torment of the thousands of slaves who perished here. Come on. One more time. Ow! That hurt! Again. Another one of those gates. I have to get into the water again. What was that? A vision to another world? Or a vision of the future? The stars are aligned, forming a constellation that I don't recognize. That is not the same sky you can see from Earth. And if that's not the Earth's sky, where am I now? door to the sanctuary's open. It's time to find out what's waiting for me inside. There's something written in the floor. With blood. Fall. What a disturbing mirror. Is it made of black ichor? I feel like it is speaking to me. Oh, heavens. There's something written in the floor. With blood. Fall coffin? Haven't I heard that word in my dreams? My God. Nothing that happens here appears to respect the most basic rules of physics. However, as strange as it may be, it does maintain a peculiar harmony. Workings of a clock, or a music box. Harry, is that you? No, 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 no! Tell me this is you, Harry. It can't be you. It can't be. No, no! Why did you do it? Oh my God, Harry, no! In the end, you performed the ritual. You poor fool. But why? I don't understand it. Why? You knew it. You knew it wasn't going to work. You knew the ritual wasn't going to work. That's why you never sat on the throne. You didn't even perform the ritual, did you, Harry? But you wanted me to think that you had. You even left a lure to confuse me. But why? What really happened? The only person with you in that sanctuary beach was Cassandra. So if you didn't die, it had to be her. Did she use the dagger to open the gates and carry out the ritual? You tried to stop her, but it was too late. She shot you with your own gun. And left you for dead, didn't she, Harry? Because Cassandra was ambitious,
and would stop at nothing to uncover the secrets here. The island fueled that hunger for knowledge. You had doubts about whether the ritual would work. But what happened to Cassandra cleared up those doubts. The ritual wasn't for people like you. The ritual was only for people like me. But you refused to believe it, until the island itself spoke directly to you. Hacha Folgafen. She is our daughter. That's when you finally understood. You understood what my fate would be if I didn't come here and carry out the ritual. A slow and painful death. So you faked your own demise and left your glasses near Cassandra's corpse. Those same glasses you never take off. And you sent me the package from Dignity, Harry. Your picture, the key, the dagger. Another one of your scavenger hunts. And I took the bait. You made me come to this island, the same island where you almost lost your mind and your life, the same island where 4 members of your expedition perished. Why did you deceive me, Harry? You said you would never lie to me. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why did you do this to me? Because you knew that I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. Right, my love? Not even if staying with you would mean a slow and painful death. So the only way to get me to leave you was to make me believe you were dead. And you chose to live a life without me, so I could be who I really am. That's why you tried to deceive me. But I know you too well, my dear old pal. We've had so many years together, so many moments of love, happiness, understanding, friendship. A whole beautiful life with you. I know what you tried to do, but I can't let you make this decision for me, Harry. Either I embrace my fate and accept what I've always been, and leave you behind. Or I reject it, and return home with you to relish the time that my illness gives us. It's my decision to make. We had a really good life. But that's not my life anymore, is it, Harry? Not after what I've been through on this island. Not after all I've found out about myself. I can't fool myself anymore. I have to accept what I truly am and leave you behind. I'm going back home. What a lovely melody. I don't believe I've ever heard more than a few notes. Until now. For years I thought I was sick. But the truth is, I was homesick. Poor health, the pain, the suffering. It was all because of how far I was from here. This key just appeared out of the blue. Everything seems so far away now. No trace of pain, no trace of sickness. Nothing besides this place. It's so pleasant to forget everything else. Nothing matters anymore. I'm finally one of the thousands of minds connected to the I-Core. Connected with the Elder God.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
1, 2, don't forget the harmony. 1, 2, 3.
All my life is empty since I went away. Skies don't seem to be so clear. May some angel sentry guard you while I stray, and fate be kind to join us some sweet day. Oh, how I miss you, dear
mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Angel hands caress you, while sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal of mine.
Dearie, I'm so lonely. How I miss your smile and your tender loving way. I just want you only, want you all the while. May God decree I have you back someday. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Angel hands caress you, while sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal of mine. I love you, Nora.
And I love you, Harry.
Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. I lied to you for the first and last time. And even if it was to free you from pain, suffering, and death, I deceived you. But I've paid such a high price for my deceit, Nora. Fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work. Because that is the only thing I have now, my dear old pal.
You were right about one thing, Harry. I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. I know who I really am, and where I belong. I know fate has eternal life in store for me, but an eternal life without you is worthless, meaningless. So, I choose the slow and painful death. I'm going back home. You staged this ruse because you love me. But true love is reciprocal. So I'm also making this decision because I love you. Our love is greater than fate, lineage, or all the pain I can suffer. Whatever time we have left, we'll spend together. When the time comes, it will be your hand that holds mine. And those beautiful blue eyes will be the last thing I see before I leave.
So, you didn't find your husband on that island, Mrs. Everhart?
I did find my husband. He wasn't on the island, though.
But what have you been doing these 3 days, then? What did you find there?
I don't know. The truth about myself, I suppose. And at the same time, the reason to go back home.
I don't think I follow you.
Have you ever been in love, Captain Hodgson?
In love? You mean like in a romance novel?
No, that's fiction, Captain. In real life, true love stories don't end with a wedding. They end with a funeral. And the only thing that eases that final moment of heartbreaking sadness are all the good memories lived together.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever felt anything like that, Mrs. Everhart. But if you love your husband that much, he's certainly a lucky man.
We are both lucky.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
1, 2, don't forget the harmony. 1, 2, 3.
All my life is empty since I went away. Skies don't seem to be so clear. May some angel sentry guard you while I stray, and fate be kind to join us some sweet day. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine.
I'm so lonely, how I miss your smile and your tender loving way. I just want you only, want you all the while. May God decree I have you back someday. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Honey, are you all right?
I'm fine, Harry, don't worry. I can keep going.
No, listen, let's leave it for today. You shouldn't make any unnecessary efforts.
Really, darling, I'm fine.
You need to rest, Nora. Come on, I'll take you to bed. Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. In the end, it didn't matter. You returned home and forgave my deception. We moved close to the sea and had a few more good years, didn't we? Until you left me at one sunny March morning. I wish I could be reunited with you. But fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work, because that is the only thing I have now, my dear old pal.